G'day folks, it's a really warm day here today and that makes perfect conditions for something I want to talk about that's taken a really massive interest in me is red amaranth, or any amaranth in that aspect. 3 weeks ago I harvested this flower from the top of a full grown red amaranth plant. It is massive. One seed, one tiny red amaranth seed gave me this. Now I'm about to harvest a lot of seed. I can tell, and I'll show you a bit later how much I get off at the end. But it's also known as a grain. For over 8,000 years it's been eaten as a grain, as a superfood, and is currently known as a pseudo cereal. Now, just one tip, if you do this, make sure you cook the grain lightly before consumption. Science proves that eating the raw seed or grain will block absorption of certain nutrients in your stomach. So there's a tip for you. Now, I'm harvesting it as a seed to both eat and recycle on my micro farm, which I find amazing. I've grown an organic plant and I'm getting organic seed that's not cheap to buy, but that's how versatile this plant is. It gives back. And to do this, I just need a colander. I'm shaking it out, simple as. I've got a few flowers in the bottom, and already, I'll show you later, I've collected about 20 grams just by pulling a few of these here. Anyway, come have a look around my garden. It's different to my micro farm videos today because I want to show you some benefits of growing this in your garden for many reasons. If you're a farmer, you get free seed. But anyway, I've also got a special friend dropping in. He's noticed some things too from his garden. We're coming to the end of summer, but we're at the hottest point. So the benefits of amaranth in your garden are phenomenal for a number of reasons. Let's explore that now. Here is some 2-week-old red amaranth in my garden. As I zoom past my sweet basil, I'm taking you 4 foot up to my mother plant here, who's just about to throw a flower. Look at the size of those leaves, so many uses. They can be used in stir fries, eaten raw, but you want to go for those young tender leaves in the middle there. Now let's hear from a friend on some observations he's made.
G'day, Marty Ware here. You might be wondering what I'm doing on Peppy's channel. Well, today we're discussing amaranth, and I made an amazing discovery in my bale garden. And what I found is that amaranth will actually, because it's got such a big wide leaf, will protect many of those plants that don't like that harsh summer sun. And one of them I found that's really working for me is the red vein sorrel. You see, red vein sorrel doesn't like that harsh summer sun, and it's a perennial, so once you plant it, it's going to stay in the same spot. Now here in Australia, where I've got my garden, it comes over the morning sun and it's gone by the afternoon, it's hidden behind the house. But it can still get pretty hot, you know. I'm getting sun into about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That big, nice, wide leaf, the amaranth, is protecting from that midday sun, stopping all that heat stress, and I can grow my plants year round, because by the time the amaranth flowers and it's finished up, I just cut the stalks in my hay bales and let the amaranth grow on. Anyway, that's my companion planting discovery, and I wanted to share that with you to add some value to Peppy's video, because I know that you're here to learn more about amaranth and different ways that you can use it.
Thanks for your observations, Marty. I myself have put what you've noticed into practice with my sweet basil plant. I'll just show you shortly. But did you know amaranth has been grown as a grain-like seed and a vegetable for thousands of years? The Aztec used it as a staple and even included it in their religious rituals. It has about the same yield as many other commonly used grains like rice, and a similar nutritional value to quinoa, which makes it well worth looking into. Now here's some footage of the stages of red amaranth growing on my microgreen farm through to full ready to go product. Now in the distance here I've followed Marty's advice and moved my sweet basil underneath the big leaves of this red amaranth. The benefits have been great, the shade and all, but still I get to harvest the plant, eat it, grow the flower, collect the seed. And speaking of the seed, let's have a look at how much I got. Okay, we're going to weigh in this red amaranth seed that I harvested. Just showing I've teared off my scales. It didn't turn out to be as much as I thought, but the point is, I've gotten free seed and a lot of it. Now, let's see what it come up as. I had to put it through my strainer here a couple of times to get the flower hulls off it, which is okay. I've never really collected seed on this volume before and of this nature or variety, so I'm learning as we go. If my daughter comes in and shows you, we've got 42.4 grams of red amaranth seed. There's a little bit of flower hull there, but that would weigh next to nothing compared to the seed, and there's tons of it. Now folks, I just wanted to add, after you've finished weighing and cleaning up your seed, store it in a Ziploc bag, date it, name it, so you don't forget. I'm sure you won't. Keep it in a cool, dark, humid-free place, and there you go, you're ready to grow your own red amaranth. Just like my red amaranth microgreen here. Give it a go, doesn't take much. So next time you see a plant like this in your garden, don't discard it, use it. It's got so many uses, and there's so much information out there on the internet about how to cook, grow, use red amaranth. There's many ways you possibly can think of. Here's the flower that I dried out and grew the seed from, and here's a little idea at the end just about how I used my red amaranth and sunflower shoots on a regular basis at home. Some yummy vegan sushi. Okay guys, it's the end of the video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd like to thank Marty from Marty's Garden for his contribution to our mini case study on red amaranth and observations we've made and the uses for it. Now if you want to look further into it, there's multiple sources on the internet, and also if you haven't subscribed to Marty's Garden, which I'm sure you all have because you've probably all come from his channel, go do it. He's got heaps of information on growing food in small spaces and urban places. And we'll see you on the next video, where I'll take you on some more microgreen journey along with Peppy. Cheers guys, and remember, get healthy, get tasty. Cheers.